it is absolutely clean. There are some black paint markings, that is not carbon right there, but yeah, it's absolutely clean now. And you let it dry for 10-15 minutes and then we can reinstall it. Now let me tell you why these coolant pipes are going into throttle body. What is the use of it? Welcome back to another episode of V-Builds. In this episode we are going to clean our throttle body. So ideally you are supposed to do it after every 30,000 plus kilometers. So usually people do it at 50,000 kilometers, which is absolutely fine, and it is only done for petrol engines and it's not done in diesel engines. So usually when you go to a service center and you ask them to do it, if they are not professional, what they do is they just don't uninstall the throttle body and they just do it. They open the hose from the air filter and then just spray this cleaner, which is, I guess, okay, but if you are doing it properly, you have to remove the throttle body and then clean it properly. If there is a lot of carbon deposit, you can use a brush. Otherwise, just spraying would be enough. So in this episode, we'll be okay. Why they don't remove the throttle body is, I don't know, because they are trying to escape the calibration part. You need to calibrate the throttle body once you're done with cleaning, and it's not that tricky. You don't need any special tools for it. You just need to know how to do it. So if you have a OBD2 scanner, good, you'll be able to do it very quickly, like within 30 seconds. But if you don't have that, so you'll need like 5 minutes to do it, and the know-how, which I'm going to tell you in this video. So just follow me, follow the steps that I do, and you'll be able to do it properly. Let's do it. If you don't know where your throttle body is located, just look for the air filter box. This is the air filter box, and the hose directly leads to the throttle body. So this right here should be the throttle body for our engine. So now let's open it up. We'll have to remove the this air filter box. You actually don't need to remove the air filter, you just need to remove the air filter box, but I am just trying to make space, so I'll just open it. Here is the air filter. Take it out. Before starting anything, just disconnect the battery terminal and keep it disconnected for at least 10 minutes. Okay, so the purpose of removing this battery negative terminal for 10 minutes is that so that it resets the idle value within that time, and then it also safeguards our electronics. So it's better to keep it removed for 10 minutes before you do anything else. I removed the air filter before removing the battery terminal, but that should be fine. So yeah, now I'll wait for a few minutes and then we'll move on. And now I see these two bolts, 1 and 2 right there. So to take off this whole assembly, and right here is our throttle body. So let's take off these two bolts. And next up is remove this clamp right here. So right here is the throttle body. So now there is some carbon deposit, but it doesn't look as bad. But anyways, we'll clean it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 bolts we need to take out, and once these are out, we'll be able to detach the throttle body and clean it. Let's open it. and out comes our throttle body with those 4 bolts. The throttle body is loose. It's just that now we have some coolant lines running through the throttle body. So you might not find these if you have a Suzuki car, but in Hondas they do have this coolant lines running through the throttle body. So you will have to disconnect these, for which you need this just a plier, and then release the clamps and you'll be able to pull them out. Maybe they are a bit tight because of how long they have been sitting there, but anyways, you'll be able to pull it off. Now you need to remove 2 connectors. One is, where is it? Here, this one. The other one is this one. Be careful, they have locks. I use a nose plier to take them off, and once they are out, this is the last one. You can just press it and pull it out. Okay, right there. Now the throttle body is free. It's a bit complex in Hondas, but in other brands cars, maybe like Maruti and all, it will be easier. I can just remove it. And now we clean it. Just be careful, don't use any very abrasive materials on it. The brush should be fine, but otherwise you don't use any sandpaper or anything. And because this is it looks like a solid metal, but it's not. It's very easy to scratch it. The engines are quite sensitive that way, so if you use a screwdriver, you can easily scratch the you can easily make a deep scratch in it. So just use some easy stuff and you'll be able to clean it. Look at this, so much carbon already here. You can also use a brush. There are a few things that you need to be careful about while doing it. First is, don't try to force move the butterfly valve, you might just damage it. And then avoid the sensors while spraying the throttle body cleaner, otherwise they will be damaged as well. Don't scratch the bore. If there is a gasket, make sure you replace it. Don't use the old gasket so that there is no vacuum leak. And what else? Don't clean it too often also, like 30,000 minimum, and 50,000 is like where you should clean it. Now check this out, it is absolutely clean. There are some black paint markings, that is not carbon right there, but yeah, it's absolutely clean now. And you let it dry for 10-15 minutes and then we can reinstall it. So, and then we'll see if there is any improvement in our car's performance. This out, this is how much carbon came out of our throttle body, although this was already very dirty. But anyways, I put some cloth here in the intake manifold so that nothing goes inside. And here is the throttle body, it is clean and dry. Now I'll just install it back. Make sure you install it the way it was upright this way. Okay, let's install it. And then if you see very heavy carbon, like which seems abnormal, it might be something other than normal wear and tear, which might be causing it, like bad PCV valve, excessive idling, or short trip driving, something like those things. Right in place. Okay, now make sure you install everything back as it was, otherwise there might be some leaks, and leaks are obviously not good. If there is a vacuum leak, then your the RPM of the car might not be stable, so be very careful. This one last bolt goes down there. Don't miss anything. La 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 la. Next is the map sensor and this whole unit. Let's confirm everything is connected. Kara thara rubi kona mankayale jatkude. Connected the map sensor. Now let's tighten the bolts and then it's the time for truth. Done and done. Now let's cross check. I have connected everything. This is the air filter box, air filter inside, this bolt, that bolt. All the 4 bolts are there. All the coolant pipes are connected. Oh yeah, now let me tell you why these coolant pipes are going into throttle body. What is the use of it? Basically, contrary to the name coolant pipes, the coolant actually is hot when the car is running. So it's very hot and then it runs through these pipes through the throttle body. So what happens, it heats up the throttle body a bit, so that the air that goes inside, that also heats up a bit. It prevents de-icing and it also helps the fuel to vaporize a bit when it goes inside for easy combustion. So that's why we have coolant pipes in this. And I have my gajar ka halwa. So that's why we have these coolant pipes here. And in some of the normal cars like Maruti cars, they don't bother doing all this, so it's quite easy. There's not these kind of stuff. This coolant pipes doesn't go through the throttle body, but it is there in Honda. So yeah, we are done. Everything is set. Now let's do the calibration. Let's connect the battery negative terminal also carefully. Okay, so now let's calibrate it. He is more eager to enter the car. See, mission failed. Okay, let's do our calibration. So now let's calibrate it. Calibration is quite easy. So all you need to do is turn on your car for 30 seconds and then turn it off for 30 seconds. Do it 3 times. 3 times should be enough. And do not start the engine, just turn it on and off for 30 seconds for 3 times, and then once it is done, then you turn on the car, the engine basically, and leave it on for let's say 5-10 minutes until the car heats up. Basically you're supposed to circulate the coolant through the throttle body. So once that is done, your learning should be okay and you're good to go. Let's do it. Let's go. Wide angle. Hopefully everything goes good. Okay, turn it on. This is on position. Turn off all the electronics and everything. Okay, now I'm waiting for 30 seconds. I won't bore you for 30 seconds. Okay. Now turn it off. 30 seconds. On करेंगे. Is the third time, and it's not fixed that you have to keep it for 30 seconds exact. You can wait for 25 seconds, 40 seconds, doesn't matter. Just keep it more than 20 seconds, should be fine. Okay, I have a check engine light there, but the car has not started, so basically all the lights are there. So yeah, don't worry about it. Now it's been 30 seconds. Let's turn it off. So now I have done the initial part of calibration, that is 3 times turn on and off for 30 seconds without running the engine. And after this I only need to I will start the engine now, and I'll keep it running for 5 minutes until the car is heated up, and then we should be good to go. The only thing we have to note is there shouldn't be a check engine light, and there shouldn't be any rough idling or RPM fluctuations. If that's not there, we are good to go. So let's do it. For the truth, turn it on. Can you try? That went pretty well. So basically the car is idling properly. Now you see the RPMs are a bit high. That is because the engine is not hot. So once it is on a normal operating temperature, it will go down below 1000. It is supposed to, but the good thing is there is no check engine light. So I think our calibration is done. Now let's wait for a few minutes, I guess 10 minutes. Let the engine run and warm up. Once this light goes off, then we are good to go. आजा चल. So check this out. The engine has warmed up, the light has gone out, and now the engine is idling perfectly at 1000 RPM. So we are good to go. Our calibration is done and throttle body is cleaned. So you saw we are all done. This is how easy it was to service your throttle body. Let me turn off the car. The only concerning thing is the calibration, but the steps are quite easy to follow, so you can do it at home if you have some basic tools. In case anything goes wrong, then also it's not much to worry about. You just need the OBD2 reader to fix it, but in most of the cases it doesn't go wrong. So it was quite easy, and hope this helps. If you like this video, make sure you like, share and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing.